All right, everybody, I am back with a brand new DC update. And today we're going to talk about Superman and the lack of confidence by the studio in this movie. And I think it is becoming very apparent that this is actually happening. And we're going to talk about why and all the proof that there is to show that this is happening. Now, before I get into what I'm going to show you, I wanted to find out, if you guys are very curious, if you guys would want to have me do a live stream where I do an unboxing of the McFarlane Batmobile as well as the McFarlane the Batwing. I have both. One came back like in July, and then I just had, while I was recovering, I had the Batwing show up. And so I want to do an unboxing of both. Now, I could always do it as a video where I record it, edit it, or I could do a live stream where I unbox both, show everything, compare the boxes, especially since I have the original Batmobile. I won't be able, during that live stream, I wouldn't be able to respond to any comments, but would you guys like to see that as a live stream that I set up here in the future, or would you rather have that as a video that I actually set up like a normal video? Let me know in the comments below. Whatever gets voted the most is what I will do. All right, so let's take a look at what I have to show you for today's video. I really think the studio is in really bad shape, and I really don't think they have confidence in Superman. So first up came the news just the other day that Superman is reportedly not going to be screened at this year's CinemaCon. Warner Brothers previously did this for The Flash, which is true. Now, if you want to get people excited about Superman and you're confident in what you have, you would show it at something like this. Why would they not show it? Because it's not ready, or they don't have confidence in it. If it was going to be the sure hit that they need, they would be showing it off to the group of people that are there. I highly doubt there's going to be something so groundbreaking in this film that everyone's going to need to talk about that they would need to hide from the public. It's a Superman film. And I really just don't, this is not a good move. Now, on the heels of this, I don't have a photo for it, but it was also announced today that it will also not get a trailer at the Super Bowl this year. The Super Bowl gets nearly 100,000, or what, not 100,000, over 100 million people watching the Super Bowl, and they are not going to have a trailer there. You know who is going to have a trailer at the Super Bowl? Marvel is. They're also going to be doing one for Jurassic Park, and they're going to be doing one for Fantastic Four, and there's supposedly another Marvel film that's also going to get a trailer during the Super Bowl. But Warner Brothers isn't doing a trailer for Superman. Why would that be? Well, some people are trying to spin this like this is a good thing. It's not a good thing. You are trying to get people excited for a brand new DC universe where you've recast Superman, taking it away from somebody everybody loved to a new person, and everything up until this point has been underwhelming. You need to get people excited to go see this. And if you want the general audience, who some people claim the general audience who's going to carry this film, the general audience is going to be the guys watching the Super Bowl who would bring their families to it. But they're deciding not to do it. Now, it could be because they're just flat broke, but it doesn't change the fact that they don't have confidence in this. If they knew they had a surefire hit and they had confidence in this product, they would be putting a trailer out there at the Super Bowl. You cannot spin this as a good thing. Anybody who understands business understands this is not a good thing. You want the most eyes on it that you could possibly get. And they could do like what they did last year where they showed like 30 seconds of the film in the Super Bowl, and then you had to go to the website to watch the whole entire trailer. But you know what's going to happen right after this? And this is where Warner Brothers is falling off the horse. They conflated the numbers for the last trailer, the first trailer that they put out, because they put it out as an ad. And like I said, I talked about the million likes versus 53 million views, and how it was a bunch of people who watched it over and over and over and over and over again, and also the people who didn't really watch it, but it was there because it was shown as an ad. They're not going to have that with this trailer unless they do the same thing, and they're afraid to see what the actual numbers of people watching it are. Now, The Flash wasn't saved, obviously, by showing it at the Super Bowl, and I really think we're getting a complete repeat of The Flash. I think we are going down the exact same path of The Flash. I don't think this movie is going to do well at all. I hope I'm wrong. I would love to sit in my seat and be wowed. I just haven't seen anything that's getting me excited for that. Every opportunity that Warner Brothers has to promote this film, they are skipping. That is absolutely ridiculous. But in a minute, we're going to see what they are going to do instead of the Super Bowl. Now, this is something that has been passed around social media as well. And this is a custom figure, okay? You can see at the bottom who did this. It's at custom.poser. And it's at KNU_toys. There's a few different things there. And someone said that it looks like this is a custom figure. Now, I'm going to give kudos to whoever did this. This is the most accurate look at the way the suit looks like in real life. It's baggy. It's got creases in it. The belt around the underwear on the outside definitely looks overblown. This is exactly what this suit looks like. There is nothing in the suit for the film that looks tight-fitting, looks like a Superman suit should. This looks atrocious, but this is the way it looks in the movie. But like I stated in my last video, 99% of the art out there shows it as tight-fitting, and it's not. This is at least accurate. And we have another close-up here. Here we go of the belt along with the underwear. And this is actually what it looks like. The only difference is I don't think that the underwear on the outside, it's not big enough. It's not thick enough like it is in the actual movie. When you look at it in the movie, there's the shot of him coming out of like the courthouse or something, and it looks ridiculous. It looks huge. It looks overblown. And so the only thing that's not accurate is this needs to be bigger, and it's not. Now let's take a look at what is happening with Superman instead of the Super Bowl. So we get some information here from Everything DCU that a new poster might drop for Superman on February 9th, which is just a week and a half away, along with a sneak peek at Puppy Bowl. Now that is what has been confirmed. So rather than showing a trailer at the Super Bowl, they're going to show a teaser at the Puppy Bowl that is supposedly geared towards crypto. Now, what's interesting about this is that Warner Brothers actually owns the network that is going to be showing it, so it's not costing them any money. The point is they're not willing to spend money on Superman to get it out to the masses, and there aren't going to be nearly as many people that watch the Puppy Bowl, but they may be looking for the younger audience here. And this goes back to the fact that I think they're making this possibly for kids, but not for the hardcore fans of DC who are mostly adults. It looks like they're trying to bring in the younger kids. And I could tell you that kids today are not bringing in their parents to the movies the way they used to. I remember back in the heyday how the kids would drag parents to the theaters, back in the 80s, like when E.T. came out. Our whole family went and saw it. I think it was the first movie my brother ever saw. But today, parents or, kids mention going to the movies, and it's like, do we really want to spend money on that? Do we really want to take the time and the money to go? That's kind of where we're at. You know who is going to drag people into the seats? The fans. The fans like me, who you should be getting excited, so we bring our families. We make the decision to bring the families. Or I can bring my brother. I can bring my dad. I can go with my best friend. But you know what? That's not what they're doing. I don't know who they're marketing this to. This is a horrible marketing decision. It's horrible for business. So what's crazy about this is you have You have the people, the main guy who was in charge of marketing, who was there for Barbie and for the Batman, got let go. He's got fired from Warner Brothers. It's also known that Peter Safran's contract is up this year, and we'll see if they renew it or not. And next year is when Gunn's contract is up. Some people tend to think that he has a 10-year contract because he mentioned a 10-year plan with DC, but that's not the case. His contract is up in 2026. And whatever happens to Superman is going to determine whether they sign him back up or not. And Creature Commandos didn't do well, and if Superman doesn't do well, he's going to be on his way out the door. Now, what surprises me about letting the guy go who is in charge of marketing, the Batman had some of the best marketing I've ever seen from Warner Brothers. Like, you couldn't go anywhere and not see the Batman. I have, unused, pizza boxes. I have an unused pizza box from Little Caesars. They were nice enough to give me one. They stopped doing it after I grabbed one. Too many people were coming in looking for them. We got those nice posters from there. You couldn't go anywhere without being bombarded by the Batman stuff. Now, that movie, they spent a lot of money on the advertising, and I don't know that they recouped everything the way they had hoped. The movie did pretty well, but for a Batman film, it really should have done a lot more than it did in the box office. It's just the fact that the movie, half the audience thought it was really boring. I don't think the next movie is going to be nearly as popular. I don't think it's going to make as much money. But what you also have to consider is that Batman always makes more money than Superman. It's a fact. Batman is way more popular than Superman. And if you look at what the Batman did just a couple of years ago, 3 years ago now, you think Superman's going to make that kind of money? I don't see that happening. I just don't see it happening. So none of this is good. The fact that they've gotten rid of their entire advertising team, they're not spending any money on Superman to promote it. Everything we've seen has been lackluster at best. These are not good signs for the film. And anybody who is trying to tell you and spin this as a good thing has no idea how business works and has no idea and can't see this objectively. I want to be excited. I want to be wowed. I'm waiting to see it. Warner Brothers, give me something to get excited about. Really. Because it's not there. All right, guys. Please, again, chime up below in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.